Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. This is Engineers on a Budget and my name is Sam, and today we're doing a cash unstuffing before payday tomorrow. So let's jump into it. Hopefully it's not too loud in the background, but if this is your first time, what I do is I go ahead and document all of my charges to any of the credit cards, and then at the end of the week, usually on Thursday, I'll go through and unstuff anything. Once I've unstuffed it, I go ahead and put a black check mark next to everything. So we're actually going to be starting here and working our way down. And then I do split up my expenses between the different credit cards. So we have our American Express credit card, which is our main credit card that we use. And then I have a Wells Fargo credit card, and the joint account is money that my husband spent, and I just am putting this money into our joint account, which we use to do anything house-wise. And then we also have a Target credit card. So these are the credit cards that I use, but before we actually get into this, I do want to go ahead and go through all of the expenses that we've had that came out of our checking account. So the first one is our student loans. So this finally cleared. So yay! So I'm going to go ahead and just in time for our first paycheck. So we did a 3,000, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, $605. So $3,605 payment this past month. It finally cleared, so I'm going to go ahead and put this to the side. And we're starting fresh now. And then the other item that was paid, so we did pay for water, and it was $37 and some change. So I'm just going to pull out 37. So we have 20, 30, 5, and 7. So in water, we still have $50, $60, $63. And I'm going to go ahead and put this into here. And then this 37, so I need to order some more dividers. So I just have a sticky note here, and this is just the first bank, which is our joint account. So I'm going to put this back into here for transfer, just so that way I have a mental note to transfer this money over. And with that, we're going to go ahead and get into our calculations and unstuffing. And now there are going to be quite a few of these that we did a little more spending than I anticipated this past week. So we're going to be over in quite a few of these categories, but I'll show you what we do when we do that. So let's go ahead and start with, I don't know if we have any groceries. So I like to go by envelope. So the first one is groceries, and I color code them. And so the only grocery one we have is this $5.38. So in here, this is our cash envelopes, and I go ahead and put all of our cash into here, and I just pull out. Usually I try to pay with cash, but sometimes I put it on the card. Like for Target, I just picked up a couple things, so I just need to put this money into the bank so I can pay that card off. So we still have $100 in groceries, which is really good. And I'm going to put this, well, normally I'm a little more prepared for these videos, so we're going to struggle through it together. So I'm going to go ahead and put this groceries. I went ahead and did the check mark to annotate that I took it out. And then the next one we're going to do, so we did groceries. The next one is house. I think we had some house expenses. So let's go ahead and do house. And as you can see, this is empty. So I'll show you what we do. Okay, so for house, we have $79.07. And then, let's see, we had $25.99 here. And then $7.01 here. Oops, that's not gonna work. So I'm going to go ahead and, so that is $112.07. And what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and mark these off. And because we have no money in our house envelope, I'm going to go into our rollover envelope, and we're going to see how much money we have here in the house rollovers. So we have 125. And I need one, so I think we can do 115. So I'll put this in here. And then take this 5 and just put it back in here. So we put 120 aside, put 5 back. So that's equivalent to 115. And that's going to be in our home rollover envelope. And I thought we were going to have more than that, so I'm actually really happy about that. Okay, so we have house done and taken care of, and our next envelope in here is family fun. So, and I know we're over on this one too, so I'm going to show you what we do on this as well. All right, so we go by, so house was blue, groceries is pink, fun is like this burnt orange kind of color. And I'm just going to go ahead and add this up. So we did $10 there, and $13.59 for McDonald's we went, and then the kiddos wanted to go to Cheesecake Factory, so that was a nice pricey little meal there. And we don't normally go to like expensive meals with the kiddos. Usually we do something on the cheaper side, but they wanted to do that, so I was like, okay, let's go ahead and do that. So with that is $122.90. So what we're going to do is we're going to see how much we have in here. And so in this one we have 20, 40, 50, 5, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 65. So I'm going to minus 65 here, and that means we need $57.90. So let me go ahead and put this to the side. And I really do like to save money and like put it towards debt, but sometimes it's just, I don't know. I like to take the kids out too every once in a while. So what we're do now is we move back to miscellaneous. So miscellaneous is always the next envelope that I pull from if I over budget in anything. So in miscellaneous we have 20, 40, 50. So that means, so we're gonna minus 50 here. And that means we need $7.90. So now we move into our rollover envelope. And I know I haven't shown how I use the rollover envelope, so this is a really good opportunity to kind of show that. So in this binder, we come here and we have food. We have, well, let me pull them out. Because normally when we have any rollover left in family fun, we put it into travel, but I try not to pull out of travel. So we have food, home, spending, and miscellaneous. So I'm just going to come back here. I'm going to take the $10 out and put that here. And yep, so that is everything for miscellaneous in there. And yeah, so we're gonna clear that out. All of the fun has been accounted for, so we're gonna go ahead and mark off all of those items. And then we're going to come back here and we have, okay, so we did groceries, we did house, we did family fun. So spending, I did spend money, and then we'll come back to gas. So I did do some spending. I shouldn't have done any spending. Could have been better than that. But what we're going to do is, I'm going to add up the spending that I did do. So we did $834, and then $803, and I think that's all of the spending. So spending is purple, and the reason it's purple is because it's not one of my favorite colors. So that's why I use purple. I try to use colors that I'm not a big fan of, so I see it less. It's a weird dynamic. So I need $16.37. So I don't have any money in my cash envelope. So let's see if we have any money in spending in our rollover fund. So I have $10 here, so I'm going to pull this out. Oops, sorry. And then, so minus 10, so I really need $637. I'm going to go ahead and pull the 5 out of miscellaneous. So that leaves, well, let me pull this out really quick so you can see. So we still have $10 in food. We still have $10 in home. And then nothing left in spending, and then this is from miscellaneous. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the 5 out of miscellaneous and put it in here. So we pretty much wiped out our rollover envelope, and I find that one of my habits is like every few months, like I do really well saving, and then every few months I just spend it all. So I'm trying to get better. So I am left with $137 for spending. I know we've already put some money aside to kind of, that is a little more than we need to for some of the other categories. So I'm gonna consider that good, and I'm gonna go ahead and mark off this spending. And I did have this Starbucks that was on the same day, but I went ahead and used my Fetch Rewards to get a gift card to account for that. So let's see, that is all the spending. Okay, and then the last one I think we have to do is gas. So for gas, we only had, I think we only had one expense. So I think that's this $45.43. Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull money out for this one. So in gas, we have 20, 40, 60, 20, 40, 60, 70. So I'm gonna take 20, 40, so we're gonna do 45, let's see, 45, 60, yep, so we did 50, so I really just need, I'm gonna round it up to 46, so I just need $4 bills. 1, 2, 3, and 4, so let me just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I feel like this is not as organized as it usually is, so I apologize. I just wanted to get this done because tomorrow's payday, and I wanted to make sure that we had everything set up so that it's just a smooth transition to payday. And we did a lot of spending this last week, so there's that for gas. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, before we move on to sinking funds, is I have a couple of bills that I need to pay out of my checking. So we have compost, so let me show you how I do this. So we have compost, which is $30. And this envelope represents my checking account, and so this is all prop money in here, but I like to be able to keep track of it like from a visual perspective. So compost comes out of our miscellaneous, and if you watch the last cash stuffing, we did go ahead and stuff $30 into our miscellaneous. So I just take it out of there. And then I have a credit card envelope here, and these tabs, I should have said this at the beginning of the video because we've gone through these quite a few times. These tabs were actually I got from Intentional Living YouTube. Her Etsy shop is linked down below, but I love this because it helps me kind of see everything and what I've set aside for what without having like 50 envelopes. So I'm in love with them, and I need to order more. So yeah. Okay, so compost we went ahead and did, and then the maids did come last Friday and cleaned my house, and it smelled amazing, and it took so much, like it takes me forever to clean my house, so to pay a service to come and clean it for me so I have the like free time to do other things on the weekends is really, really nice. So the maid service is $140 every week, and then I do tip them $40 when they do come, which is why I budget $180 for every paycheck. And I'm very chatty today, so I apologize. Normally I just pull this money out and then move on. Okay, so that's for home, and then back here, because this does go into, oh, actually, this was not on my Amex. So compost and maid services are both taken out for Wells Fargo. So they go under the Wells Fargo tab. All right, and then that is that for these bills. And then I already did the water bill, so that one's done. And then this other is actually for my joint account, and so I pull that money back over. So usually at the end of the month, I add up everything that I need to transfer over and then just kind of subtract what I have here that I need to transfer back. I did buy some kitchenware, I guess. Yeah, we'll call it kitchenware. So that one is good. And then I think that is it. And we're gonna go ahead and move on to our sinking funds. So let's talk about how much money we spent out of our sinking funds. I'm going to give you a hint, it was a lot. All right, so the first envelope that we have is car. Okay, so I had to take the escape in to get new tires. So that was a total of $690.90. I have $1,000 in the bank for maintenance to kind of cover these kinds of things. And so I should have $309 or like $310 here. So what I'm gonna do is in this envelope, I went ahead and already transferred the maintenance amount to, I already transferred the $1,000 out of savings into my checking account to cover this. So I'm gonna take this $1,000, I'm gonna put it aside. And I already pulled out 1, 2, 3, 10. So we're gonna go ahead and put this into maintenance now. And there is that. So that is kind of how I do this one. And since it's already in the bank account, it's already fine. So that is it for the cars. And then what is next? So next in our envelope is clothing. We didn't spend any money out. So we did spend money for gifts because we do have Valentine's Day coming up. I think the only thing, so I have $100 here. And I think that was the only spending out of gifts that I did have. So yeah. So in here, let's open up back to gifts. And remember, holidays is next, so I'm not gonna open this back up. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull out $100 and put that to the side. So now we're left with $150 in gifts, which is really good because I didn't want to spend a lot in gifts. And we're gonna put this aside. We're going to mark this one off. And then we're going to flip the page to calculate our holiday spending. So for holidays, we had $41.81 and then we had $107.13. So that was $148.94. And so in holidays, let's see, I think we have, so we have 100 and 200. So I'm going to take these 200 and put them aside, and I'm going to do, let's see, I need $51 to go back in. So we have 20, 40, 51 and holidays that's left, which is good. So I'll use this month and next month to prepare. I think the next holiday coming up is Christmas. Not Christmas, my bad. Next holiday coming up is Easter, and we usually don't do anything too big. So yeah, should be fine. So on this page, I'm going to go ahead and mark off the holidays. Oh, we did spend money out of clothing. So let's go and grab that money. So we need $17 out of clothing. See, I am a mess today. So 17 out of clothing, or as close to 17 as we can get. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 520. I'm just gonna go and do a 20 and we'll just call it good. And then what else do we have? Alright, so clothing is done. Let's do kids really quick. So we did quite a bit of spending in kids. So my daughter has recitals this semester for dance. So her dance costs were a lot more than they normally are. So that was $395. She's in 3 dance classes, though we are dropping one of them because she doesn't want to do ballet anymore. And so that's for 3 classes and 3 costumes. I have to call and see if we can maybe credit her account and just apply that to next month's account. So we have 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to go ahead and do 400, and then I'm just going to put 5 in. So we have 105 left. I'm not even in the right envelope. Oh my goodness. I was like, this doesn't seem right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so clothing should have 500. 1, 2, 3, 4, 500. Okay, so there it is. Kids is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, this looks a little better. And 5. So we have 15 left in kids. Good thing it's pay date tomorrow because, yeah, gonna need it. And we're going to go ahead and mark off this kid's spending, and that is it for this page. So the only thing left that we have to do is the pets spending. So we have 36 and 210, 32 because Albert needed to go to the vet. So I need 246. So in here we have 1,000 in the bank, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 100, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to do 20, 40, and 50. So that's 250, which is a little more than I need, but that's okay. So we have 1, 2, 20, 40, 55, 65, 66, 67. So put this back in here and we should be good. So I'm going to go ahead, move all this aside, and we'll go ahead and count the money to see how much we'll be depositing. Oh, let me mark off these two. Okay, so we are depositing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000. 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 200, 10, 15, 20, 21. So $1,221 is getting deposited into our bank account to cover the spending that we've done this week. Lots of spending this week. So yeah, this is actually a really good opportunity to show you kind of how we use our rollover. So when I'm putting money into the rollover, I really do intend to use it in the future. If you have any questions, please leave them below. I have no problem answering them. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit that like button and consider subscribing and joining us as we work on paying off my student loans and setting ourselves up for financial success in the future. Until next time, be safe. Bye.